outrage outside a detention center in New Jersey today. Protesters railed against the Trump administration action that separates children from parents accused of violating immigration laws.
Making the noise. It was us as the people.
Inside, Democratic members of Congress crammed into the lobby for what they called an unannounced inspection, but cameras could not follow.
Believe me, tearing children from the arms of their mother and their father is not the right decision. It has got to stop.
It's Father's Day, damn it. And you have a right to talk to your children, and you don't even know where your children are.
The plight of children prompted a rare move by the First Lady, who weighed in with a statement from her office. Mrs. Trump hates to see children separated from their families and hopes both sides of the aisle can finally come together to achieve successful immigration reform. Melania Trump carefully presented a softer tone, saying we must be a country that governs with heart, echoed by top advisor Kellyanne Conway.
As a mother, as a Catholic, as somebody who's got a conscience, I will tell you that nobody likes this policy. You saw the president on camera, that he wants this to end.
But no suggestion the president would reevaluate the legal interpretation that splits families. In fact, former Trump strategist and immigration hardliner Steve Bannon called this a line in the sand.
The president is enforcing a zero-tolerance policy. We've got to get security on the southern border. He has not been given his wall, and I believe he's going to enforce this policy.
Tomorrow, 2 Republican senators with the responsibility for negotiating how much Congress could spend on the president's border wall will meet with him here at the White House. Meanwhile, there are divisions even among Republicans about how to handle the crisis involving children. 2 moderate senators are demanding answers from the administration about the treatment of families lawfully seeking political asylum. Therefore, they're not violating immigration laws, and in some cases, they've been separated too.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.